开一个新的坑啊。那这是一款，我看一下 Steam 上面怎么写的。这是一款2016年出的游戏啊。那主要是第一人称 roguelike 类型。那其实我已经全破了，但是我觉得这个游戏还不错，还重新跑了一下整个剧情，好像并不是有这么多这种类型的素材，大部分玩 roguelike 都是玩一些爬塔、天梯类的那种卡牌。那我觉得这也算不错的一个风格吧，融合了那个 Fallout 风格的这种废土，然后又有各种特殊故事。虽然这里面还有一些种族歧视啊，但是还是可以，反正那都是风格的类型。那我现在就开新的游戏，我们重新看整个故事剧情。那一样我也是秉持了1个小时的精神，1个小时能跑多少就跑多少，就是提前到一个章节就会结束。那现在来开始看剧情吧。删档。下这个是新的那个时候玩的时候好像还没这个。那这两个选项的话，一个是普通模式，就是原本的。它这个游戏非常硬核式 roguelike， 一般来说我们是想法在地图里面走嘛，收集资源。可是它里面有一个限定的机制，就是会有一个所谓的这个叫什么上面写的 SOB 的 Purifier， 这就是它的基地进化源会追杀你。当你一进地图就会开始倒数计时，所以这个游戏在玩的时候呢，是刺激感跟紧张感很够，而且压力很大。而且它的着重的重点是在于角色死亡之后的惩罚机制很重，所以一样蛮 normal。
The year is 1980. Tensions are at a boiling point between the U.S. and the USSR after a thermonuclear blast eviscerates a small U.S. Air Force base in the rural town of Damascus, Arkansas. The U.S. are swift to respond, firing a retaliatory strike at the USSR, which is dismissed by a Soviet officer as a false positive by their early detection satellites. As the American Titan II missiles plow through the Soviet countryside, the USSR is only able to mount a meager counterattack from remote satellite locations before it is completely wiped off the face of the Earth. China and France, in light of this sudden and terrifying American aggression, launched strikes of their own against the U.S. And after a short but intense series of reprisals, the world is razed to the ground by nuclear-armed fire, and human civilization along with it. Yet mankind is not doomed. During the Cold War, the great, the good, and the gilded invested heavily in next-generation bomb shelters, enormous self-sustaining subterranean cryogenic compounds designed to preserve life until the outside world becomes habitable again. Compounds which, due to cost-cutting business measures in the name of competition and industrial espionage, failed to work entirely. Coolers. Bathed in lethal radiation, the greatest minds of the 20th century and all living memory of culture, technology, and agriculture are lost. While on the surface, the very hardiest specimens of humanity cling to life, survive, then thrive. From the ashes, a new world emerges. An ersatz post-apocalyptic stillborn 80s continues indefinitely, populated entirely by the toughest, meanest, and outright dumbest of God's creations, the Wasters. Years later, however many no one can say, even those who can count, the barren desert landscape of the western wastes is host to bitter factionalized warfare. The Wasters fight tooth and nail over the most precious of natural resources, a liquid from beneath the sands that fuels all of uncivilization. Buried deep within the cooler's chambers, the very radiation that killed off society's chosen few imbued their potable provisions with a sick green glow and a radioactive buzz. Booze, it affectionately came to be known, and those dumb enough to weather its taste found themselves taking a sharp detour off the human evolutionary highway, mutating in strange and confounding ways, and acquiring both permanent brain damage and a ravenous addiction to the stuff. The Against this backdrop of organized chaos, the wasters scrabble in the dirt, looking for just a drop of the good stuff. And the right guy in the wrong place at the right time with the wrong drink could be a major headache for those who seek power.
现在游戏就正式开始了，我觉得整个剧情还蛮有趣的。那现在到角色编辑啊，其实也不需要太大留恋，因为死了就没了，所以我就随便打一个我自己常用的名字好了。啊，还是要调个顺眼。谢谢。整个游戏其实设计的，我觉得是还不赖，它的氛围其实是有感觉出来，是要像 Fallout 一样，非常有那个时代风格哦。等一下进去之后呢，你会发现所有的元素啊，都非常的接近。跳角色。
New boys, rip and shred.
Hands where we can see him. Hate to break it to you, but you've just wandered your way into becoming the new boys' first big score.
Yeah, new boys, rip and shred.
Nothing personal, it's just how things work out here in the Western Wastes.
You do know how things work in the Western Wastes, don't you?
See, rule of thumb around these parts is that you get wasted.
Or you get wasted trying.
And we're bad.
We're tough.
We're inexperienced, but we got the right tude. Even a virgin ding-a-ling has a chance of being a bona fide bone blaster the first time through.
Can it, boneheads? Bottom line is, we new boys aren't afraid to turn you into another wasteland statistic, unless you hand over everything you got and get the heck out of here.
Heck yeah! The big score! We're scoring! We're scoring! Wait, that's it? This ain't hardly no big score at all!
Well, the new boys gotta start somewhere. Heck, this butt munch came here to make a booze run with this stuff, to risk neck and nutsack down in the depths of the cooler armed only with these thingamabobs. Ain't that right, waster?
And if this crap's good enough for old Fartwhip over there, it'll be at least 3 times as good enough for the 3 of us.
We split it 50-50-50. Right, boss? Like rip and share, rip and share, rip and share!
Shut it, you rat buffoon. We'll discuss it once we're in the cooler. As for you, waster, don't even think about following us in there.
Yeah! We'll use your stuff to rip you to shreds! Rip and shred, baby! Rip and shred!
Well, once we figure out exactly what these things are anyways.
You've been warned, waster.
There! No way that waster's getting... What the... How'd you get past the lock? So you're telling me... Crap! Boss ain't gonna be too happy about this. Tell you what, I'm gonna get this thing open and lock you out like the boss wanted. Just you sit tight and don't try anything funny, you got it?
Tripping hazards! The boss...
Stay back. These things will explode if they detect any movement.
Please, Waster! You gotta help the boss!
打习惯喽，我看看。
It's a fine day to die. Target Eyes on target. You're only delayed. Enemy spotted.
Murder time.
Turn you to paste.
Murder.
Got you, nerd!
All aboard the pain train.
这就是用陷阱杀的，要看他怎么玩。还有这条最可怕，这条自爆怪，它伤害值，看一下伤害，Final Countdown。如果没记错就用了自爆。
Sit back, relax, and get down.
turn you to paste. Turn you to paste. I'm gonna.
这
I'll find you. It's a fine day to die. Target lost. Target acquired. You're only delaying the inevitable. You're only delaying the inevitable. Enemy spotted.
哎，直接把子弹捡吧。开心。哎，这是缺点。
Booga booga!
可以看第三人称，但我忘记了。找一下新武器啊，收到是双管，24、40乘8是300，320。这把其实伤害比较够。这样。塞满废土。这个打 BOSS 也不行，看看。又不是要回家，就卖了不赚钱，200、要么就是丢一个东西。这个是目前来说拆门或干嘛最好用的一把枪，人家平均续战力也强，因为8发。可是这样就是要丢武器。
dingus. Mind putting that thing away? I ain't here to maim you. Just here on road courier business. If a problem comes along, you must ship it. Not ringing any bells? Geez, I'd ask if you've been living under a rock, but, considering the venue of our little conversation, well, we road couriers are the big movers and shakers here in the Western Wastes. Movers, mostly. Shaking's more or less stopped since even the raiders have learned better than to hit our caravans. Pickups, deliveries, you name it. Anything needs moving from one garbage pit to another, you can count on the couriers. Well, let's see here. Looks like you ain't signed up for our delivery service. Tell you what, though. Come visit us up at the Oni Express. Just, head towards Sacramento and follow the smell of booze. You'll find it in no time. Guy there'll set you right up. Anyways, I'm already behind on my deliveries, so I gotta skedaddle. Remember, the Oni Express up in Sacramento. Can't miss it. See you later, Waster.
哎呦，干怎么都是这么烂的？哎，怎么都这么烂的东西？哎。我才不要捡呢，我宁愿解血量，气死我！酒会越好，然后呢，才会真正有加性能。而一般在打的时候，前景会很差。哎，好，这就是我们的包包，可以存东西。等一下，等一下，你是不是？为什么你会留这些啊？为什么你会留？等一下。一开始有送这么多吗？我不记得了呢。一开始有送这么多吗？狙击枪镜头加3攻击90秒，加3速度90秒。记得好像有什么第三人称哦，哪里按？水哦，千万不要玩，千万不要玩。差不多玩1个小时啊，我先去城镇啊。跑一下城镇进去，跑完之后呢，下次再继续探索地图啊。
Hold it right there, Waster. This here's the Oni Express, one of the last safe havens out in the Western Wastes. And me and my friends up here intend to keep it that way, so keep your head out of trouble, and we'll let you keep it all in one piece. Comprende? What move?
If a problem comes along, you must ship it. Welcome to the road couriers. Sure. Well, sometimes we're out making deliveries. We find things lying around. That's mostly trash, but also slightly not trash. Sort of like a used-up napkin covered in crusted-over fluids. But you take a closer look, and someone's written, "I love you, Daddy," on the inside. Found 2 of those the other day. Postmaster's got us bringing stuff like that back to the Oni. Says the kind of nut jobs going around losing those kind of things are probably willing to trade a few sheets of TP to get them back. Sure, it's a little sleazy, but the way I see it, you ain't really ever gonna appreciate your most cherished personal effects till you're willing to trade them for some butt wipe. If you ever do something stupid and lose something important, like by leaving it somewhere unattended or by getting yourself killed, we'll put it up for sale at the Lost and Found. Say you got a thing, and you need this thing somewhere else. We're the guys for that. That's what we do. The way we see it, stuff's like a fart. You can keep it to yourself, like some fart miser, sure. But it's way more fun when it shows up in places it don't belong. Like, imagine you got a nice gun at home. Put it on a coffee table, liven up your living room a bit, that's cool. But imagine that same gun. Except it's in the middle of freaking nowhere, just dust everywhere, and like the barrel of the gun peeking up from beneath the sands. Freaking hilarious. We can do that. Sure. But like, get this. Say you're knees deep in a cooler run. SOB hot on your tail, you've been shot in the face, your arms are leaking, and your pants are covered in your moments before death shits. And then you just take them off and shove them in a courier box. SOB doesn't know what the heck is happening, but guns you down anyways. Bang! You're dead. Next day, your significant other's at home. Doesn't even know you've been wasted. And then out of nowhere, bing bong, special delivery. Guess what it is? It's pants! Covered in the crap of their dead lover. Priceless. See, that's what we do. We move your stuff from one place to another. But you gotta put them in the courier boxes. That's how the magic happens. Just put things in one of those big blue boxes of badness and we take them to any other courier box, pro bono. Totally righteous. Really looking forward to hauling all of your crap around.
这样我们就可以用信箱啊。
It's a real dog-eat-dog world out there, so I prefer to stay inside.
I dropped a deuce that glowed in the dark.
Greetings, waste of life? Is that the right one? Did I use the right term? The kids today with the slang and so forth. It's distressing and unfamiliar.
It is the parlance of a rambunctious youth with little regard for tradition.
Yes. Anyhow, I'm Dick and this is Kissinger.
A pleasure.
Nicknames. Reluctantly, I assure you. Please don't busy yourself with the mental strain of figuring out why. It's never made any sense to me either. I suppose the scum lords, the gangs, the no-good nicks and the like, they despise success. You know, there's a cabal out to get me.
There are people as yet in their cultural and mental infancy.
Agreed. It's thrilling, of course, to see another young, violent drunkard in our midst. And I sincerely hope we can be of service to you. Oh, no need to be concerned. We're not like these hucksters and charlatans. They take a man's last sheet from right out of his cheeks. No, we have more than enough TP to be comfortable for the rest of our lives.
It is confirmed as 3-ply.
Magnificent stuff, like the tongues of angels. You really ought to try it. But that's besides the point. In our advanced age, I suppose we're some variety of consultant. We simply offer our expertise, our knowledge, our support. You know what they say? 2 heads are better than one.
Discounting, of course, moments nocturnal when a man seeks to relive certain urges.
Well, our new friend here has little interest in such matters. So, how may we help you? You know, Kissinger hates it when I use the M word. But in my teens, it wasn't like it is now. Barely any radiation at all these days. In my teens, I was exposed to an awful lot of radiation. Wasn't uncommon at all to see all manner of mutants. Anyway, Kissinger started a sprout from me down there. I'm not to put too fine a point on it, but I was of an age where I was about to become best friends with that area anyway. So things worked out pretty well.
Some more so than others. There is an issue I wish to speak about with you in private. Dick, if you please, I must touch upon sensitive issues with our associate.
Oh, certainly. Just let me know when you're done. Give me the signal. You know the sort.
Please come a little closer. Prying eyes turn up in places most unexpected in modern times. There is an issue that drives a wedge between myself and my companion Dick. Dick remains blessed well into his advanced age with a head full of hair. Such blessings have not extended to me, and I have become as bald as the day I was mutated. A situation I wish to remedy but have not the personal means. Appearances count for much in such a vile and reprehensible time and place. My presentation presents a disunited front, and I appear as the junior partner in our enterprise. An unfair and frustrating position given the extent of my input. I do not wish to shrink into insignificance in Dick's shadow. I intend to go hard, as it is said by the youngsters, in my capacity as a professional. To do so, it has become apparent that I require a prosthetic. Relieve 25 residents of the wasteland of their scalps. That would seem an adequate supply of air. Return to me upon completion of this task, and you shall be appropriately rewarded.
Dude looking for his wife back at the Oni.
Oh, Azuka. Help me? Not unless you've concocted a potion to quell a broken heart. Oh, my precious Azuka. It must have been the other day. My wife and unwavering companion, Azuka, and I were scavenging for supplies in the cooler when we bumped into an errant SOB patrol. Well, the SOBs don't recognize relationships such as the one Azuka and I share, and their doctrine teaches them to purge our kind from the wastes. Needless to say, a firefight erupted, and though it seemed like our superior tactical weaponry would win out at the end, a modification I applied to one of my weapon systems caused it to jam, leaving me defenseless and vulnerable. In my panic, I fled as fast as I could from the fight, weaving in and out of weapon fire. I looked behind me, but Azuka wasn't there. Please, if you could help me find Azuka, I would forever be in your debt. Oh, bless your heart, kind waster. You're one of the good ones. As I said before, I last saw Azuka in the cooler. We were down in the dormitories, searching the dressers for some sexy underwear for me to dress her up in, when the SOBs attacked. Azuka is immensely beautiful, but she is also very meek and utterly helpless without me, so she will not have strayed far from where I left her. Azuka's beauty is unmistakable. She is a truly perfect specimen. Her blemishless face, pale white skin, like fine porcelain, as if untouched by the oppressive sun that beats down upon the wastes. And yet, fully bared to the elements. Well, not fully bared. Her Type C bikini armor provides ample protection to her vital organs, such as her bosom, womb, and feet. Of course, I had to custom tailor the armor myself, since it was impossible to find armor that would fit her massive breastial and posterior proportions. Even still, the armor just barely fits, and if you peek at her from just the right angle, you can catch a glimpse of the areola, like an unexpected sunrise peeking out from beyond her elephantine Twin Peaks. Her face is youthful and forever locked in a smile, even in the face of atrocious acts. And her large, round, innocent eyes are like windows to a pure, untainted soul. In spite of her large, erogenous zones, she has youthful proportions, even though she's 8 feet tall. Of course, we're both of legal age, though her in dog years, as she is partially a fox, or kitsune, as cultured individuals would recognize. Please, I must be reunited with my Azuka. I simply can't continue my life in the waste without her.
把所有基地里面能讲话的 NPC 找来。
I dropped a disc that glowed in the dark.
Like, store's not open yet? Come back later.
I wonder who's running the skellies.
Neither snow nor rain, nor heat nor gloom of night stays these couriers from the swift completion of their appointed rounds. Ha! Rounds! Yes, barkeep, appoint this old fool another round, please. Oh, hello there, wastrel. Under what misfortunes have you sought audience with the accursed courier? Ah, you've not heard of me. Well, many a package have I delivered, young wastrel, and as surely as the sun rises and so too falls, there shall come a day when I make a delivery for you as well. 'Tis as inevitable as the sun, rising and then falling. You see, I am no mere road courier, though I don their garb and travel their roads. Nay, a much greater power exerts dominion over mine poor soul, a power heretofore known by wastrels such as yourself as death. No, no, I speak not of some two-bit drunkard jackalope. I speak of death himself. Yes, yes, at first I thought it mere coincidence that my delivery contracts ended in ultra-violence. These wastes are, how shall I say, uncharitable to the living after all. But with every passing pickup contract ending in the swift and grisly demise of the undersigned, it became abundantly clear that I had become Charon reincarnate, collecting these trinkets, these tokens of death, as payment from these wastrels for safe passage across the river Styx. Through countless years I have amassed a fortune of dead men's belongings, and in so doing, some insight into the souls of man. There are those who are prepared to die, who offer unto death all manner of rarities. Deadly weaponry, exquisite armor. These are the things most pleasing to death. Yet there are souls naive, completely unaware of their impending doom. Those who offer cheap trinkets, junk, pizza, and sometimes nothing at all. In their arrogance, they leave the world with nothing and find themselves up Styx Creek without a paddle. There is much that can be gleaned from a wastrel's last delivery, and if it would please you, I would gladly share the details of my last courier run over drink.
Welcome to the Gin and Gout. We got the swills that kill, and they have too. That stench is the signature Gin and Gout smell. Locals out here can't get enough of it. Folks say you can smell it from a mile away. 2 on warmer days. Just 30 sheets for a handmade cocktail. Any which way you want it. Just pick out your booze, choose a mixer, and tell me how you like it, and I'll pour you something that'll really knock your socks off. Of course, we also offer a special mixer of the day, in case you're looking for something a little more exciting. So what can I get you? Thanks for stopping by. Come back again soon.
Like, store's not open yet? Come back later.
What news?
这个是小银行啊，专门拿来存钱的啊。它钱其实就是卫生纸啊，所以 toilet paper PT 嘛。然后呢，在厕所很容易找到。然后刚才那个 NPC 是用来加 buff 用的，就是每一关冲之前可以喝个酒加 buff。那把钱存起来，然后把房子整理干净，今天就结束了。哎。那个时候一开始玩这个游戏，我最喜欢干的就是这件事情。哎，到处放枪，这个有点难搞。Super Smoke 用雷射武器、子弹发射喷火枪子弹、喷火枪攻击。 那今天就先到这样，也很晚了。那我们下一集再见吧，拜拜。